celebrating Carol Smith Falcone, 10 years of dedication and service to Sarah's Guest House. A volunteer, supporter, cheerleader, advisor, caregiver, leader. She has been the heart and soul of the house, making it a true home for so many.
So I first met Carol in 2018 when I was interviewing to become the new executive director. Carol was part of the search committee tasked with hiring the new ED, and obviously I was lucky to be chosen. The first time I met Carol, I could tell that she had a great understanding of the mission of Sarah's Guest House and a great love for it. She elicits such warmth and comfort, and I've been lucky to work under her directions and guidance these last few years. She's everything that you would want out of a board president. She is so supportive of us as staff, but also in other ways, sponsoring events, attending everything that she can, and getting others involved into the fold of Sarah's Guest House. And obviously 2020 was a difficult year for everybody, but having her there as a rock to offer her guidance and advice to ensure that we could stay open and do it the right way safely was and is so important. And it's going to be tough to see Carol go at the end of her term, at the end of the year, but obviously we're going to keep her close and not let her get too far. But it's been an honor to work with and under Carol for the last couple of years, and we will miss her.
Carol, congratulations on 6 years as a member of the board of directors of Sarah's Guest House, completing your second term and heading into some well-earned free evenings to enjoy some wine, some rest, and some relaxation. I know that it's going to be difficult for you to get away from the home. You were, of course, a volunteer before joining the board, and that volunteer's mentality is something that I think even as a director you never quite lost. You were always somebody who brought a unique perspective to the board, somebody who wanted to look at things from the view of the guests, somebody who was very comfortable interacting with the guests and the staff and wanted to do the physical work of supporting the mission. And that, I think, was always one of the greatest assets and one of the greatest things about your tenure on the board. Thank you for that. You certainly made myself and other board members better because of those unique points of view that you had. You and I go back to 2015 when we were co-chairs of the Gala. I think that was the last time I was a Gala chair because you were so good at the work and you did so well and you just blew me out of the water that they didn't need me anymore, which was a testament to you and probably doesn't say quite as much about me as it should. But, you know, even going back to that, it was clear to me that you were going to be somebody who was going to be a contributor far above and beyond what many other people on the board of Sarah's Guest House or just others associated with Sarah's Guest House were going to be. Congratulations. You have more than earned a couple of more free nights in your weeks. But I hope that we will continue to see you around the house. I know that we'll continue to see you around the house. On behalf of board members past and present, cheers to you, Carol.
A tribute to Carol Smith Falcone. Carol's commitment to Sarah's Guest House was born out of her personal life experience. 13 years ago, her husband Joe Smith fell at home and sustained life-threatening injuries. Rushed to a local hospital for emergency surgery, it was quickly determined that the level of care he needed was not available in Syracuse. He was transferred to a special hospital in New Jersey and underwent multiple surgeries and rehabilitation. Carol was by his side every day, spending 12 to 14 hours in the hospital, only to go home to an empty hotel room to refresh and to rest. No family, no friends, no socialization. This went on not for a few weeks, not for a few days, but for 3 months or more. Finally, able to come home, Carol spent the next 2 years lovingly caring for her husband. But in December of 2010, he lost his battle to his injuries. Somewhere along the line, she learned about Sarah's Guest House, this jewel of an oasis right here in Syracuse. Realizing through her own ordeal how much of a place like this was needed, she immediately decided to volunteer. House cleaning, cooking meals, giving rides, pulling weeds and planting flowers were among her chores. As things progressed, she joined a few committees and for example, worked on the golf committee outing, raising funds, and then on the Gala committee. And as she put it, I'd go out every year and beg for money and items from local businesses to auction off for the Gala. Soon she was recognized and elected to the board and began the progression through the chairs. 2 years ago, she was elected to president of the board. I remember several years ago, Sarah's Guest House was just a thin manila folder. Now it's this giant accordion file. Meetings, phone calls, visits. She worked tirelessly to promote Sarah's Guest House, and with her vision and energy, it's culminating this year with the purchase of the house on Roberts Avenue from the Most Holy Rosary Church. She couldn't have done it alone, and I have to mention help from the dynamic duo of David Haas and Renee McCaffrey. Now, not only did she contribute her time and talent, but also she has given her treasure as well. She is probably the most generous individual of all the wonderful patrons who support Sarah's Guest House. Oh, and can I tell you that this quiet and unassuming person was a magna cum laude graduate of Syracuse School of Nursing and a magna cum laude graduate of Boston College Graduate School of Nursing Education. So if anyone ever wanted a role model for a board president, look no farther than Carol Smith Falcone. She is the best. Congrats.
Hi, my name is Susan Ellison Sidoni. Carol Myers Smith Falcone has been in my life for, dare I say, 50 years. She was president of our college sorority, Yay Delta Gamma, and was a wonderful leader. She did this while maintaining a 4.0 grade point average. Carol's style of leadership was not the rah-rah rally everyone around. It was more quiet and organized, and she led by example. I had never heard of Sarah's Guest House until Carol became involved, and I think one of her great contributions has been to raise the awareness of Sarah's Guest House and the work that they do amongst her wide circle of family and friends. Since then, I've been involved in fundraisers and the galas, and have been impressed by the growth and the number of people that have been serviced in the last few years. So as Carol rotates off the board of directors, I'm sure there's more work that she intends to do, and I know that it will be exceptional as she handles all of the other tasks that she performs. So good luck, Carol, in the next chapter of your journey, and I can't wait to see what you're going to do. Good luck.
Carol, I just really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being such an anchor to me in my 4+ years as development specialist of Sarah's Guest House. When I started, you were one of the first people who just were so warm and welcoming. And honestly, you have been, and I've called you this a number of times, my go-to girl for almost everything. You are at every event. You support us in so many ways by your leadership, your sponsorship, and just a hands-on approach to everything at the house. It's made an immeasurable and remarkable difference, and I know that much of it is because our mission so personally has resonated with your life story, and it's actually an honor to know your story. And I really just want to say I thank you for everything. You know I will never let you get too far away from us. I know you'll be involved for the long term. We have so many exciting things in store, and I want to just say that really much of where we are today is because of the leadership that you have shown throughout the years. And I just wish you and Joe all the best. I know there's a lot of love there. You could see it so much, and you will be with us always. I know this, and I'm just sending my gratitude to you and my love. Thanks, Carol.
Hi, Mom. Congratulations on this much-deserved recognition for your 10 years of service at Sarah's Guest House. From fundraising and serving meals, housekeeping, grocery shopping, shoveling snow, to chairing galas, and countless other ways, I'm sure. You have dedicated your time selflessly to the SGH community. What many people probably don't know is that you have been serving the Syracuse community for as far back as I can remember. You volunteered on the auxiliary board at Community General Hospital and worked in their gift shop. You taught our confirmation classes, led our Girl Scout troops, and have held leadership positions at your beloved sorority at Syracuse University for many, many years. You have a true servant's heart, Mom. Thank you for being such an incredible example of what it means to live a life of service. You inspired me to follow in your footsteps down here in South Florida and serve families and babies in the NICU. And your passion for Sarah's Guest House has drawn so many others to their amazing mission as well. So, on behalf of your entire family, you make us so proud. Congratulations, and we love you so much, Mom.
From your entire Sarah's Guest House family, thank you, Carol.